Well, Todd Curtis is an aviation safety engineer and he joins us now from Boston. Dr. Curtis, thank you very much for making the time for us. Tell us, first of all, what do we know about the plane involved in this incident?
Well, this plane, the ATR 72, has been in production for quite some time, and it's in use by military and civil operators around the world. This has not had a fatal event since about 5 years ago in Iran, and the first one was as far back as 1994 in the United States. But as of the current time, I'm unaware of any sort of safety directives or any safety concerns that have been seen by the FAA and other national aviation authorities concerning this aircraft.
It is early days, obviously, and there's limited footage and details available. What are your early thoughts on what may have gone wrong here?
Well, those early thoughts are just that, early thoughts based on the limited information, and perhaps the best information that we have is the video that was shot shortly before the aircraft crashed. And from my review of it, I could not see anything outwardly wrong with the aircraft. It wasn't on fire. I didn't see any debris falling off of it. And both engines appear to be developing power. So it'll be up to the investigative authorities to go further beyond that.
When it comes to geography, Nepal famously has some of the hardest airstrips in the world for pilots to land on. Tell us a bit more about this airport that this plane was landing into and what we know about it.
Well, this airport is actually a newer one that's only been in operation for most of the traffic going into that city during the month of January 2023. And although it's a new airport, like any other airport, the approaches into the airport, the procedures used for that is something that has to be vetted not only by the national authorities, but agreed to by the airlines. So it will be interesting to see if there is anything about the newness of the airport or the newness of the procedures that might have contributed to this event.
There are long-running concerns about aviation safety in Nepal. All of its carriers are banned from flying within the European Union and the United Kingdom. Tell us more about Nepalese aviation safety in general.
Well, in general, the airlines that operate in Nepal operate in an environment that is, as you mentioned, somewhat more challenging than what you would see in Western Europe and the United States, in that it's a very mountainous country, and many of the airports don't have the runway length or the facilities that you would see elsewhere. At the same time, this has been something that's been done for decades by the airlines in Nepal, and those crews who operate there understand the risk, and they take appropriate measures.